everyone. Welcome to Easy English, the podcast.
Hello. Happy Halloween, everyone.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Mike.
This is your podcast to learn easy, everyday English. Today, we have a very special episode.
Yes, a scary Halloween story.
Mike, you look tired today. Are you okay? Did you sleep well last night?
No, Lisa, I didn't sleep well. Something scary happened to me last night.
Scary? What happened?
I heard footsteps in my house at 2 a.m.
Footsteps at 2 a.m.? That's terrifying. But Mike, before you tell us this scary story,
Yes, if you're new here, please subscribe to our channel.
hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss our episodes.
We post new videos every week to help you learn easy, everyday English.
And if you enjoy today's Halloween story, please give us a thumbs up.
It really helps us. Okay, now back to my scary story.
Yes, tell us everything. Footsteps at 2 a.m.? Were you alone at home?
Yes, I was completely alone. Or I thought I was alone.
Oh no, Mike, this is scary. What did you do?
Let me tell you the whole story from the beginning. Everyone, listen carefully because we will speak slowly and clearly.
Yes, and we will teach you useful Halloween vocabulary. Ready, Mike?
Ready? So, it all started yesterday evening. Yesterday evening, around 9 p.m., I was at home alone.
Alone? Where was your roommate?
He went to visit his family for the weekend, so I had the apartment all to myself.
All to myself means you were the only person there?
Exactly. I was alone, so I decided to watch a movie.
What movie did you watch?
A Halloween movie. Something scary.
Oh no! Mike, you watched a scary movie alone at night?
Yes, I sat on the couch with a big bowl of popcorn.
Popcorn is the snack you eat while watching movies, small white pieces of corn.
Right. I made popcorn, turned off the lights, and started the movie.
Turned off the lights. That makes it even scarier.
I know, but I like watching scary movies in the dark. It's more exciting.
How long was the movie?
About 2 hours. It finished around 11 p.m.
And then?
Then I cleaned up. I took the bowl to the kitchen, washed it, and put it away.
Put it away means you put it back in its place, in the cupboard.
Exactly. Then I brushed my teeth and got ready for bed.
Did you check the doors and windows?
Yes, I always check before sleeping. I walked to the front door and made sure it was locked.
Locked means closed with a key so nobody can open it.
Right. I checked all the windows too. Everything was closed and locked.
So you felt safe?
Yes, completely safe. I went to my bedroom, turned off the lights, and got into bed.
What time was it?
Around 11:30 p.m. I was tired, so I fell asleep quickly. The house was completely quiet, dark, peaceful.
Everything is fine. Just a normal night. The door is locked, windows are closed, time to sleep.
So everything was normal until 2 a.m.
What happened at 2 a.m.?
That's when I heard the footsteps. At 2 a.m., I suddenly woke up.
Suddenly means very quickly, without warning.
Yes, one moment I was sleeping, and the next moment my eyes were open.
Why did you wake up?
I heard something, a sound.
What kind of sound?
It was creak, creak, creak.
Creak? What does that mean?
Creak is the sound old floors make when you walk on them, like this. Creak.
Oh, so it was footsteps on a wooden floor?
Exactly. Footsteps. Someone was walking. In my house.
Oh my God! Where was the sound coming from?
It was coming from the hallway.
Hallway is the corridor, the long space between rooms.
Yes, my bedroom door was closed, but I could hear the footsteps in the hallway. Creak, creak, creak. Someone was walking slowly.
What did you do?
I froze.
Froze? Like ice?
Froze means I couldn't move. I was so scared that my body stopped moving.
Oh no!
I was lying in bed, completely still. My eyes were wide open in the dark. Wait, what is that sound? Is someone in my house? Did I lock the door? Yes, I locked it. So who is walking in my hallway? My heart is pounding.
Pounding? What does that mean?
Pounding means beating very fast and hard, like this. Boom, boom.
Your heart was beating fast because you were scared?
Very fast. I could feel it in my chest.
Mike, I would be so scared too. Were you under the blanket?
Yes, I pulled the blanket up to my chin.
Blanket is the cover you use when you sleep to keep warm.
Right. I was hiding under my blanket like a child.
Did the footsteps stop?
No, they continued. Creak, creak, creak.
Oh no.
And then the footsteps got closer.
Closer? They were coming toward your room?
Yes, step by step, getting closer to my bedroom door. Creak, creak, creak.
Mike, what did you do?
Let me tell you. The footsteps were getting closer and closer to my bedroom.
Oh no.
Creak, creak, creak. They stopped right outside my door.
Outside your door?
Yes, I could hear them stop. And then, silence.
Silence? Nothing?
Complete silence. No sound. Just me, breathing very quietly in the dark.
That's even scarier than the footsteps.
I know. I was lying there, waiting, listening.
And then?
Then I heard my bedroom door creak.
The door was opening?
No, not opening, just creaking. The door was moving a little bit, making that sound.
Maybe from the wind?
But all my windows were closed. There was no wind. Okay, Mike, stay calm. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just... No! Someone is trying to open my door. What do? I can barely breathe. Should I hide? Should I run? Should I call for help?
Barely breathe means you can almost not breathe, right?
Exactly. I was so scared that I could only take very small breaths.
Mike, did you scream?
No, I was too scared to make any sound.
What about your phone? Did you have your phone?
Yes, my phone was on my nightstand.
Nightstand is the small table next to your bed.
Right. So very slowly, I reached for my phone.
Reached for means you stretched your arm to get it.
Yes, my hand was shaking so much.
Shaking means trembling, moving because you're scared or cold.
Exactly. My hand was shaking, but I grabbed my phone.
Did you call the police?
No. First, I wanted to see what was making the noise.
You're brave, Mike.
Or maybe just curious. I turned on my phone's flashlight.
Flashlight is the light on your phone that helps you see in the dark.
Yes, I held the phone under the blanket first.
Why under the blanket?
Because I was too scared to look.
But then you had to look, right?
Yes, I counted to 3 in my head. 1, 2, 3. and I pointed the flashlight at my door.
What did you see?
Nothing. The door was closed. The room was empty. Nobody was there.
Empty? But you heard the footsteps.
I know. I shined the light all around my room, under the bed, in the corners, everywhere.
Shined the light means you pointed the light to see.
Yes, I checked everywhere. Nobody was in my room.
So where was the sound coming from?
That's what I wanted to know. And then I heard it again.
The footsteps?
Yes, but this time they were in the living room.
The living room? How did they get there?
I don't know. Creak, creak, creak. I opened my bedroom door very slowly.
Slowly? Why slowly?
Because I didn't want to make noise. I wanted to surprise whoever was in my house.
Whoever means any person. You don't know who.
Right. I didn't know if it was a person, an animal, or something else.
Something else? Like a ghost?
I tried not to think about that, so I stepped into the hallway.
Stepped means you walked carefully, one step at a time.
Yes, step by step, very quietly. I held my phone flashlight in front of me.
Was the hallway empty?
Yes, completely empty. I walked toward the living room.
And the footsteps?
They stopped. When I started walking, the footsteps stopped.
That's even more scary.
I know. It was too quiet. I reached the living room and nothing.
Nothing? Nobody was there?
Nobody. I turned on all the lights in the living room.
All the lights. Good idea.
Yes, I wanted to see everything clearly. I looked behind the couch, behind the curtains, everywhere.
Behind the couch means the space between the couch and the wall.
Exactly. I checked every corner of the room. Empty.
Did you check the kitchen too?
Yes, I walked to the kitchen, turned on the light, opened the cupboards, looked behind the door.
Cupboards are the cabinets where you keep food and dishes.
Right. I even checked under the table.
Under the table? Did you think someone was hiding there?
Maybe. I was so scared. I had to check everywhere.
Where is the sound coming from?
Where is the sound coming from? I checked the bedroom, empty. The hallway, empty. The living room, empty. The kitchen, empty. This doesn't make any sense. Am I going crazy?
Going crazy means losing your mind, thinking strange things.
Yes, I thought maybe I was imagining the sounds.
Imagining means creating in your mind.
Exactly. Maybe I was just tired and dreaming.
But you were awake, right?
Yes, definitely awake. And then I heard it again.
No.
Yes, creak, creak, creak.
Where?
That's when I noticed something. I stopped moving. I held my breath.
Held your breath means you stopped breathing for a moment.
Yes, I stood completely still and listened very carefully.
And?
The sound was coming from above me.
Above? You mean from the ceiling?
Yes, from above, from the ceiling.
Ceiling is the top of the room, the part above your head.
Right. I looked up at the ceiling and heard creak, creak, creak.
Oh, it was coming from upstairs?
Yes, from the apartment above me, my upstairs neighbor.
Your neighbor?
Yes, someone was walking in the apartment above mine.
Mike, it was just your neighbor walking in their apartment.
Yes, the whole time. It wasn't in my house, it was above my house.
Oh my God, so you were scared for nothing?
Not for nothing, the footsteps were real, but they were upstairs.
Wait a minute, that's not my house. It's my neighbor walking upstairs. The wooden floor in his apartment creaks when he walks. Oh my God, I feel so silly now.
Silly means a little bit foolish or funny.
Yes, I felt so silly. All that fear for nothing.
But Mike, why was your neighbor walking at 2 a.m.?
I don't know. Maybe he works night shifts, or maybe he couldn't sleep, or maybe he just likes walking around at night.
Night shift means working at night instead of during the day.
Right. Some people work at night and sleep during the day.
So the mystery is solved. It was your neighbor.
Yes, mystery solved. But I was so scared. So, what did you do after you discovered it was your neighbor?
I felt so relieved.
Relieved means you felt better, like a weight was lifted off your shoulders.
Exactly. I wasn't in danger. There was no ghost, no burglar, just a noisy neighbor.
Burglar is a person who breaks into houses to steal things.
Right, but there was no burglar, just normal footsteps from upstairs.
Did you go back to sleep?
I tried. I went back to my bedroom, got back into bed, closed my eyes,
And?
and creak, creak, creak. My neighbor was still walking around.
He was still awake?
Yes, he walked around for another hour. I could hear every step.
Oh no! So you couldn't sleep?
Not really. I finally fell asleep around 4 a.m.
That's why you look so tired today.
Yes, I only slept 3 or 4 hours.
Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Always check if the sound is coming from your house or your neighbor's house. Next time, I won't be so scared, but I might need earplugs.
Earplugs are small things you put in your ears to block sound.
Yes, maybe I need to buy some earplugs for noisy nights.
Good idea. Mike, that was a great scary story with a funny ending.
Thank you. Sometimes our imagination makes things scarier than they really are.
Imagination is your mind creating pictures and ideas.
Exactly. Especially on Halloween, our minds play tricks on us.
Play tricks means to confuse you or make you believe something that isn't true.
Right. My mind made me think there was someone dangerous in my house, but it was just footsteps from upstairs. Well, everyone, let's review the vocabulary we learned today.
Yes, repeat after us.
Vocabulary review. Footsteps. The sound when someone walks.
Footsteps. Repeat. Footsteps.
Creak. The sound old floors make.
Creak. Repeat. Creak.
Hallway. The corridor between rooms.
Hallway. Repeat. Hallway.
Freeze. To stop moving because of fear.
Freeze. Repeat. Freeze.
Pounding. When your heart beats very fast.
Pounding. Repeat. Pounding.
Ceiling. The top part of the room.
Ceiling. Repeat. Ceiling.
Upstairs. The floor above you.
Upstairs. Repeat. Upstairs.
Relieved. Feeling better after being worried.
Relieved. Repeat. Relieved.
Now it's your turn. We have questions for you.
First question, have you ever been scared at night? Tell us in the comments.
Second question, what was the scariest sound you ever heard?
Third question, where are you from? Do you celebrate Halloween in your country?
We love reading your comments. Write your answers in English and we'll reply.
And if you have a scary story, share it with us. We want to hear it.
Also, if you enjoyed today's Halloween story, please give us a thumbs up.
And don't forget, we have tons of videos on our channel to help you practice English every day.
So check them out and keep learning with us.
Next episode, Lisa will tell her scary Halloween story.
Yes, and mine is even scarier than Mike's.
Really? I can't wait to hear it.
So don't miss it. Subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified.
Thank you so much for listening to Easy English, the podcast.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Stay safe and keep practicing your English.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye.